Hey guys, we finally did it. If you guys didn't make it to last night's stream, we finally got the YouTube rank. And honestly, this would not be possible without any of you guys' support, and I am really grateful to all of you. However, there is something awesome that happened as well. Not only did we recently get the new elections update, we also got a new dungeon floor. And not just one new dungeon floor, there are more coming over the next few weeks. So we are going to be busy for the next little while, but right now we have the current boss, floor 5, Livid. I do not have too many kills, and there's a bunch of new items, especially not even shown on the boss collection, but we can go over some. Dark Orb is a very good Reforged Stone. Using it on epic enchants and below, or epic talismans, it gives like one more stat, which is very nice for like min-maxing. The dagger, a very powerful sword. I have one myself, especially if you get behind the enemy, and this could work in conjunction with another one or Ice Bear Wand, but we'll get to that a little later since it's not under the boss collection, unfortunately. The Last Breath, a decent bow with decent stats. With an okay ability, it could be a little better if you ask me, but I'm not entirely sure how much defense mobs have, so who knows how much losing 100 defense could really affect, mobs, for example. And then we have this unknown name item, when I'm not entirely sure what this is, if it's a bug, or if it's not supposed to be there, or what's going on with that. But I guess we'll have to find out once people get that many kills. And then that's it, but also they made it so the diamond heads now have stats, I guess, so that's cool, but at the end of the day, I don't really see the point in that. Anyway, so what exactly did they add in this update from Livid? Well, basically, if you want to know, or know for yourself, go to Livid, or Livid, go to the blacksmith, go to the wood shop, and go look for yourself. There's the new bow, a new armor set, which is very, very good. It's very close to being at Superior's level in health defense, while also being a much better damage-wise because of the higher base stats. Now, Superior has his all-stat bonus, so it does make it better. But God Assassin swings back with his perk that gives you 1 strength per every mob kill. And you are killing probably 50, 100, 200 mobs every run. So that's a bunch of strengths you are, getting. Also, every time you teleport, including an AOT teleport, you gain a perk. And there's 4 perks. 20 speed, 10 strength, 1% health back, 10 mana. So basically, you get a bunch of benefits from teleport around, which you're going to be doing anyway. This is a very nice set, especially if you're not able to use Superior yet. All you do is do 4-5. So this is something definitely worth picking up if you're, playing Archer, Berserker, maybe even Mage, if you want to try going left click Mage. Very good set, all around. So next is the Shadow Fury. Now this is something that is very interesting. Now it is a rare drop, and I haven't seen one yet, unfortunately, and it's pretty expensive on the H. And its ability is very interesting, but its high base stats basically tell me two things. One, but when floor 6 and 7 come out, our current gear is going to be completely power crept. Looking at these stats, 300 damage is already pushing the highest number, highest base stat we already have, which is a Reaper Scythe. Or I think Reaper Scythe is 333 now, but basically the old maximum. It's still higher than Minus. It's higher than AOTD with Drag Pet. We're getting power crept, guys. The next few floors of gear are going to overtake what we currently have. So save your coins, save your Reforged Stones, save your money, because we are about to enter a new era of gear, is what it seems. But regardless, the Shadow Fury ability, which would teleport you out and roots enemies. Now, I'm curious how the root works, because you could use this root and work very well in conjunction with the Livid Dagger, which I didn't cover before, but does 50% bonus damage when you crit, which is guaranteed to crit. And also, if you hit them from behind, it does 150% damage. So you're doing a lot of bonus damage, pretty much 2.5 times, or I guess 1.5. It says 1.5, but essentially you're doing 2.5 times the base. I hopefully you guys know what I mean. You're doing the base plus a half, so 2.5 times the base. Hopefully it makes sense to you guys. But the skill, it really sucks. But besides that, it's a really good weapon, especially get behind them. There's way more than Emerald Blade if you're doing a backstrike. So CC like Ice Spray, this Shadow Fury are required pretty much. And finally, the Fel Sword, and there's also a new Zombie Sword as well, which I don't have any of the materials to show it, and I don't think I can pull up in the menu, but I think I can find under the Undead Essence. This thing is very good, especially your healer. You can use your healer skill. It buffs the healing circle and reduces the cooldown, and it has very good stats, so a healer can use it without feeling guilty about wasting a slot. Finally, the Florid Zombie Sword, which is okay. It's nothing special, unfortunately. It's only good if you're a healer. You get extra charges for healing, I guess. Cool. I would have liked it to be a little better for natural use. You know, you gain about 24 extra health healing, so it's not too bad. Like if you get the materials too, I'd craft it. The extra health is nice, but not raising the percent boost is kind of unfortunate. So thankfully, there is actually 2 new enchants that were added, and there is a sad story about the first one. Here we have Legion. When this enchant first came out, it was 1% all stats up to 4 players. So you can get 4%, you know, stats, right? And at level 5, you'd have up to 20% stats from that. So which was definitely way too OP. But now we have it as Legion, which gives you 0.07 per level. So at level 5, it gives you 0.35, which, yeah, okay, that's okay. But unfortunately, you need 20 players within 30 blocks to gain the full benefit. So if you have 20 players in the full, like, you know, area around you, you will gain 7% all stats. Now that is very good. However, there are not too many situations where there is 20 players around you, honestly. Like, am I supposed to run around with my posse? Be like, look at me, I got like 20 people with me, so I can get my 28% stat boost. And I'm not entirely sure if this stacks. So if it stacks, it might be worth. But this tells me 2 things. One is they plan on having more group content or more closer knit fighting, if you know what I mean, like a big boss that people fight, like the Magma Cube boss, for example, like the Ender Dragon, stuff like that, where you can truly gain the benefit of Legion. Otherwise, a change like that makes no sense, because almost never you have 20 people around you. You may have 2, 3, 4, like 5 max for dungeons, for example, but you'll never have that many around you. So yeah, I think it's really nice enchant, and hopefully you can have more than one. Unfortunately, I have not tested it yet, but I'm sure someone else will. But if you can, it's a nice armor enchant at the end of the day. Even like if you can't get multiple players around you, you'll still get like 1 to 2% off of it. So it's not the end of the world, but it would be nice to get a little more oomph out of it. So finally, we're on to the last enchantment or new thing that at least I know of. Oh, there's also one more thing, which we're going to sec to, is the Overload, which is very good if you ask me. It gives you 1 crit damage up to 5, a 1 crit chance up to 5, and if you critical, you gain, or you pretty much get a super critical, or mega critical, I guess it calls it. It does 10% extra damage. I don't know if that means extra crit damage or base damage, but it's base damage. You can get up to 50% extra crit damage, which is amazing. Definitely a very good enchant, and it's very cheap as well. This is a very welcome boost, especially for fighting Inquisitors and stuff like that. So the actual final thing is this new item called the Warped Stone. Now, you use this on an aspect of the end, and it makes it into a pretty mean sword. Hopefully there's some on H so I can sew it off, but it gives a very powerful reforge. Hopefully there's one on here. Hopefully there's like one. I don't think. Aspect of the end. Alright. There it is, Warped. So as you guys can see, Warped gives a 165 onto this weapon. So that is crazy good. You see the 285, 285? That's insane. That is insanely good. Now it doesn't beat like a Midas, Guild of Midas or anything, but it competes pretty well with AOTD. So if you're interested in getting yourself a cheap weapon, it's maybe like 10, 15 mil maybe to get something like this. As you guys saw from my Warpstone sale, it was 9 mil. You can get a sword this good for like less than 15 mil. So hurry now, get something like this. But I won't be too worried about it, since as I said, we're running the new era Skyblock. Endgame is pretty much, you know, what's gonna be coming forward. So I think that'll be it. I think hopefully I covered anything. If you guys think I missed anything, please let me know in the comments below. Again, the YouTube part of the portion of the video was very small. I mainly wanted to cover the new dungeon stuff, but I think it was very cool that a new floor came out, especially on the day we hit YouTube rank, which is something I joked about, and I'm surprised it actually came true. Or maybe it was just kind of like sheer dumb luck. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I will catch you guys next time. If you're new, maybe think about subscribing, because I do daily live streams, and I plan on grinding all the new dungeons daily, unless like they stop releasing for like a month. But anyway, I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!